House, and you helped us raise $1.65 million to help the families of St. Jude.
Thank you!
Local 3 News, coverage you can count on.
So I'm sitting here talking with Carla Pritchard from Chattanooga Presents. She's getting us ready for fun on the 4th. And as we've been talking, I have like John Philip Sousa, Stars and Stripes Forever playing in my head. I'm ready for the fun on the 4th of July. And you're making it a daytime event and a nighttime event, right?
Yeah, we're starting fairly early. So 2 o'clock in the afternoon, we'll crank up with this free Independence Day celebration. It's called Fun on the 4th. It's on Tuesday, July 4th, right? So we'll be gathering in the middle of downtown, and mostly that central downtown area, like where we have Nightfall, for instance, and Miller Park will be really the center of it all this time. So not so much Miller Plaza, but Miller Park, and all the surrounding streets will be closed in those blocks. So we're gonna have music throughout the day, really focusing on some of Chattanooga's finest bands and talent that we can celebrate.
You know what I love about it, Carla, is that unless you're a person who has a boat, and it's a good boat day and you're out on the water, or a pool nearby. The 4th of July is a hot, excruciating day until you get to the fireworks that night, right?
Yeah, you're just waiting for the evening stuff to start.
Yes, and your kids are bored and you're sick of hearing them be bored. And for this to be able to go down there and have an Americana experience for free.
It's kind of a nostalgic, fun event because besides just the music, we're going to actually be bringing in a big Ferris wheel right there in Market Street between Miller Park and EPB, for instance, and also a couple of large-scale carnival games that complete with prizes and a little food truck alley between Miller Park and Miller Plaza, at least a dozen food trucks and ice cream, have a little watermelon out there.
And if you have not had a chance to sample Chattanooga's food trucks, let me tell you, it's gourmet. When food trucks first started out, it was, you know, pizza, a nice burger with some blue cheese on it instead of cheddar, you know.
There are so many. Yes, we have lots of great options for food, and so we'll be out there with a lot of different, in fact, I'm waiting to tell a couple of food trucks today whether they get in or not, because we're really pretty full already. But so of course that will be happening. The Atlanta Braves are coming. They're going to set up a special display. They've got a country road tour, they call it, and they're touring around the Southeast. But Miller Park on July 4th is their only stop in the state of Tennessee.
Wow.
So we will be happy to host them. If you're a big fan, you can have like your photo made and it look like you're in Truist Field. So they'll be out there from 2 until 7. But yeah, to wrap it all up, you know, I want to go into a little music details on the music if we have time.
Yeah, we have time.
Okay, so we're going to start with a fun group called Killikees. It's a little bit of a funk band here in Chattanooga, and then we're going to ease into another band called the Hip Elixir, all kinds of familiar music of a variety of styles. The Dismembered Tennesseans, the new Dismembered Tennesseans, are a 4th of July favorite. They have often been at Pops on the River, for instance. They'll be on the schedule next. And then Love, Peace, and Happiness, a band that has really been such a favorite of Chattanooga's for at least a couple of decades, doing the favorite Motown songs and hits from the 60s, 70s, 80s. And then we'll wrap it up with our closer is Davy Smith, and with a fine band. It's called He's performed a couple of years ago at Nightfall, in fact, in that same park and the same stage. He's a country band. So we'll wrap up with him at 9:30, and then we'll have our finale laser light show.
You're really excited about that light show.
I'm very excited about the light show. You know, fireworks are wonderful. Everybody loves those, and thankfully we have a lot of them to see and enjoy throughout the community this time of year especially. But this is going to be unique in itself, and it will immerse the crowd with colorful, moving lights, choreographed to music. And I saw this show a couple of years ago and was completely overwhelmed with, you know, I was just so surprised at how cool it really was. So I would urge you, if you haven't seen a show like this before, to be at Miller Plaza at 9:30.
Well, and you're right, the fireworks are a lot of fun, but you always see the kids and the adults too, some of them holding their ears. They can be kind of loud.
It can be, and this is, you know, actually it's good for the environment. There's no, you know, there's no fallout, there's no there's no smoke.
And it's completely, the whole day from start to finish is fun for everybody regardless of your age. That's the
I think
intention.
so. Exactly. Like I said, the music is diverse. We're celebrating local, and I think it'll be a really fun option on the 4th.
So with the Braves, when they're in town, 2 to 7, you said, right?
Correct.
You just simply show up and wait your turn in line, or do you do anything ahead of time?
No, that's exactly what you do. You show up and wait in line if there is a line.
Okay.
But they're not charging fees to do that or anything. We will be charging a little ticket price for the Ferris wheel and the
Sure.
carnival games, as you might expect. But everything else is a free event for us all to come and be a part of. So, and then I will say it's thanks to the support from the City of Chattanooga, Chattanooga Tourism Company, Lyndhurst and Benwood. That's what's making it all happen.
And you know what, I will say this too, whenever the Chattanooga Tourism Company is here, we'll talk about the ways they bring in tourists,
Right.
but how so much of what we have here in Chattanooga that keeps the tourists coming in is that the locals live here too.
That's right.
And that's what this will be.
Exactly. You got it. Exactly. And they were excited about the fact that the laser show is something really different to offer too.
So it is fun on the 4th. You get to still sleep in, have a leisurely cup of coffee, and then head down for the fun. It all begins at 2 o'clock, wraps up with that laser show that begins around 9:30 whenever it gets dark enough to let the magic happen. All of it brought to you by Chattanooga Presents and the one and only Carla Pritchard. Thank you.
Thank you so much. My privilege to be here.